Hi, welcome to Mamas and Mannies. I'm your host, Trina. This is a short form podcast for mamas that are looking for a quick burst of me time. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button and share this with another mama that's looking for some fun or summer fun self-care ideas to do by herself or with her kids. As always, we're going to go ahead and start the episode off with a motivational quote. This week's motivational quote is from Beyonce, the one and only, just finished her Cowboy Carter tour. So I wanted to pick a quote from her. I think she finished the tour last weekend or 2 weekends ago, but loved the album. Let me know if you enjoyed the album. If you didn't enjoy the album, you can put that too. I'll read the comment as well. But if you enjoyed the album, let me know. Also, if you went to the Cowboy Carter tour, I would love to know as well. I did not go to the tour this year. I went to the Renaissance tour 2 years ago, but I didn't go to the Cowboy Carter tour this year. But the quote says, "When I'm not feeling my best, I ask myself, what are you going to do about it? I use the negativity to fuel the transformation into a better me." Again, that quote says, when I'm not feeling my best, I ask myself, what are you going to do about this? About it. I use the negativity to fuel the transformation into a better me. Again, that quote is by Beyonce Knowles. And hopefully that quote will take you through the rest of this week, maybe even just through the rest of the day, but give you some positivity to put into your day. But guess what time it is? It's Mama Time. This week's Mama Time, we are continuing with our 100 Days of Fun Self-Care. The summer, depending on where you're at, if your kids are back in school, the summer, the unofficial in the summer is here. If your kids still have a few weeks before school is out, you still have some time. We're still in summer, of course. It's hot outside. The sun is out. Summer is not officially over until the season of summer is not officially over until around September 20th to 21st. But just depends on if your kids are in school or out of school, if you want to say it's summer. Day 65 is make a time capsule. And a time capsule is when you collect items from present day. You put them into some type of jar or some type of vessel where you can bury under the ground. That's where most of them are. And you have to kind of make a note of where the time capsule is. I'm trying to think, what would be some other things, like if you didn't have, I wonder, could you actually use a, what is this called? Like a 2-gallon soda plastic container. I can't even think what I'm trying to say. But you can also use, you probably wouldn't want to use anything glass. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Some people use time capsule boxes. So you could do that. But they were just saying some things you can put in there would be newspaper clippings. Like if you wanted to do it this week or even today, go get a newspaper today, put that in there so you'll keep track of the date and the day of the week and the month. You can put photos, like recent photos or family photos. If you're married, you can put a picture from your wedding day, the day your kids were born, letters, very simple, or they can be complex letters, and other stuff that you would like for your kids or whoever is going to dig up the items for them to look back and be like, oh, this is what it was like in year 2025. So think about that. That's definitely something fun you can do with your kids. So you can do a box. You probably want to do a box that's going to stand up over time, especially if you put it underground. I'm trying to think of some other places. Maybe even you could just do kind of like a picture box. If you go to Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, they have these, I don't know if they call them picture boxes, but they have these boxes in so many different patterns and things like that where you can put stuff in. So let's say, for instance, if you want to make a time capsule, but you don't want to put it underground, you kind of want to put it maybe like under your bed or something like that. So when you get older and when you start having grandkids, or maybe when your kids are out of the house, you can pull that box out and then go through some things. If you're going to do, I would probably say even underground or under the bed, put it in like a gallon sized bag to keep the paper kind of intact. Or if you have the ability to laminate something, that would even be more fun because you can laminate it and it's definitely going to stay in place. So day 65 is make a time capsule. Get your kids involved in this one. That way they can really experience it, especially if it's going to be for your grandkids. They can tell their kids what happened this day or what was going on when they were this age. So I think that's something really fun for your kids. Another idea would be you could maybe do like a magazine too and put in there if you don't want to do a letter or photos of your family. So those are just some great ideas you could do for the time capsule. Day 66 is have a dance party. Actually, me and my girls used to do this all the time. I think it was before, we definitely did it. I know when my oldest daughter was in pre-K, like if I was making dinner or if they were just playing, or I was trying to think, like in the morning, in the middle of the day, whenever, we would just do a dance party, especially when Renaissance came out by Beyonce. Just thinking about that from the quote of the day. I played Renaissance a lot. I played the unedited version. You can find that on Tidal, making sure it was no cursing or anything like that. Then we would also do stuff. Another thing I used to love to do is album soundtracks to like Disney movies. We've done, of course, Gracie's Corner. We have done Trolls. Sometimes I'll play Trolls in the morning for them to wake up. We have done like The Lion King, other just like fun stuff, movies that have really great soundtracks. I'll pull those up. We can dance around. Again, it's giving your kids something to do. Like if you don't just want a quiet house, you can really do that. I may actually do that tomorrow because that's something we hadn't done in a while. So day 66 is have a dance party. If you don't want to do like soundtracks to music, you could also do maybe like musicals, or if you want to introduce your kids into different types of music, even if it's like old jazz, R&B, classical music. I'm trying to think of some other music, kind of like chill music, but that's a great way to introduce your kids into other types of music as well. So day 67 is go on a boat ride. This is a great time to go on a boat ride. It's hot, so if you are going on a boat ride and it doesn't have some type of covering to it, you want to make sure you have your sunscreen on. I don't care who you are. If you're going to be in direct sunlight, you want to have sunscreen. Make sure you bring your sunglasses, your hats, and then what else you need? Sunscreen, sunglasses, and hats. And just make sure you have something. And your hat, you want it to be a wide brimmed hat, especially for your kids. I know your kids aren't going to like having the hat on, but it's going to protect your skin. Going on a boat ride, here's another alternative like I've been doing the whole summer. If you're not able to go on a real boat ride, maybe you can do like a fake boat. Last week we went to the outlets to get some things for school, like a few items of clothing and shoes. If they have one of those, what are they called? Like the little rides that kids ride on, you put like a quarter or something like that in it. If they have a boat, that could be their boat ride for you. I don't know what would be like a fake boat ride as an adult. I don't know. So you may actually have to find a boat ride to do. Or you could do like paddle boats, canoes, the stand-up, what is that? Oh, stand-up paddleboard. So get creative with that one. The best thing, or I don't want to say the most important thing, what you're looking to do is get on some type of water or something like a boat or something like that. That way to really enjoy yourself. So again, days 65 through 67. Day 65 is make a time capsule. Day 66 is have a dance party. And I'm going to challenge you really to go into a different genre of music that you don't really listen to. Day 67, go on a boat ride. So the boat ride, that's going to be something fun. I would love to see pictures. You can follow us on our Instagram and other social media accounts and tag us in your pictures, Mommas and Mannies. That way, if you do any of these activities from this week, we can see which activities you're actually doing. I would love to see that. Also, remember to share this with another mama that is looking for some ideas. Like if you're in an area where your kids have not gone back to school yet and they're going back to school after Labor Day, you still have about a strong month left. So hang in there, mama. I'm still giving you some great ideas you can do by yourself, with a group of another mamas, or mamas and her kids, or just like a girls' night out. So keep in mind, share this. Don't be stingy. Share this with other mamas so she'll know what to do to round out her summer, finish it out. If you're back in school, these would be great ideas you can pick up for the weekend. That way your kids can ease back into the school year. As always, remember again to follow us on all social media platforms. I am trying to get more followers on our YouTube channel as well as our other social media accounts. We would love to have you. Leave a comment and remember that me time is essential and it is never selfish. Have a great week, mamas.